stick around for my updated review on my KLR 650, guys. Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. First things first, this shirt is so true still yet. Yes, I've worn this shirt before in my videos, but I just want to go ahead and get it out of the way. Alright, so today you saw me riding my motorcycle in here. I'm in the woods today. God's given me another great day to be here, and I want to update my 3,000 mile, my 2,000 mile, 2,500 mile review on my motorcycle. Now I'm over 3,000 already, but I want to go ahead and give you my review, what I think of it. I'm still enjoying it. I don't like it. What I like about it, what I don't like about it, you know, all the ins and outs. So let's go ahead and get this video started, guys. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start with all the modifications that I have done to this motorcycle. Even though I've already mentioned it before, I'm going to go ahead and mention it again, okay? We're going to start in the front of the bike, alright? So the first thing that I have done, I have added this super brace. It's actually made for this bike. It's a KLR 650 super brace. Let me tell you right now, when I first got this bike, I thought, I'm going to get everything I can for it. And some people have commented, like I mentioned before, about, you know, oh, don't buy all the sparkle, wait until you've had it for a while, blah, blah, blah. Well, and that's great, and I agree with that. However, this super brace right here is probably the best investment that I have made on this bike, minus the windshield, which we'll get at that in a minute. But this super brace, it is so phenomenal. Alright, so it's phenomenal. What do I mean by that? So when you're on the interstate riding, when I first got this bike, you know, really at any speed, but more so at higher speeds, I noticed the wobbling. Where with this super brace, I'm not going to say eliminated it, but it put it down to where it was a normal ride. Now, I haven't ridden very many motorcycles in my life. I've only had a couple. But I can vouch for before and after on this. What awesome. I mean, I don't even know what else to say. It's so awesome. Okay? That is one of the best things that I put on this bike so far. Alright, so my next item is this zero gravity double bubble windshield. Okay? This thing, guys, this thing right here, guys, is pretty badass. I'm going to have to go ahead and say it, okay? It is adjustable, as you, I don't know if you can really tell here, see if I can focus in. You see these holes? Maybe on the side I can see a little bit. Yeah. So you see these holes, you see the bottom one right there? Well, this in the middle and there's one above it. So you can actually angle this however you want to, okay? This thing is freaking unbelievably awesome, okay? The reason why I like this thing so much is, for one, it takes all of the wind. Normally, when you're riding, at least when I was riding, stock windshield, I feel this the whole time, you know, at high speeds. I'd have to duck way on down, so I didn't get that. Well, with this, I mean, it's adjustable, obviously, so you can, you know, make it however angle you want. But where it sits right now, I can literally hold my head open, flip my visor up, and feel just a teeny bit of wind, but nothing like it was. Keeps the bugs out of my face, rocks, and I've hit several, both rocks and bugs. Beautiful, beautiful addition to my motorcycle. Those two things so far, I'm going to have to say, hands down, you got to have for this motorcycle. At least, in my opinion. Now, if you got a motorcycle like this and you're thinking, it's awful expensive, it is awful expensive, but how much is your riding experience worth, I guess is the question. Alright, the next order of business is this KLR dash. Now, if you watch Tim Two Wheels, he makes his own, but I don't have all that to make. I don't have the whole shop to make it and everything, and you can see, maybe not, because you know how it is with digital stuff on a camera, but anyway, it tells you the voltage of your battery. You have two plugs, they're marine grade plugs. It bolts right to your frame. Now, everything I've showed you so far I've installed. So, and if I can install it, Lord knows you can install it. Alright, this thing is rock solid. I mean, it's got accessories, buttons, so you can put something else here if you wanted to, like some extra lights, which I don't have, which I'm hopefully going to get sometime soon, but anyway. If you ride and you want a cell phone, GoPro, whatever, I think you probably need to get that, or carry a extra battery pack, alright? The next order of business is this MOB Armor cell phone case. This thing is pretty damn awesome. Now, I've broke this thing on a wreck. Well, on a laydown, not a wreck. And I've had to fix it, so that's why it kind of looks all weird right here. I've had to put Loctite in it to fix it. But still yet, it's still pretty damn awesome. As you can see, it looks like it's been used pretty heavy. Alright, next order of business is these mirrors. I got these from Amazon. I believe they were $16. Way better than the stock. They look better. And I'm not the widest guy in my shoulders, but pretty wide. And with the stock mirrors, I couldn't see around. I could see on one side, on this side versus this side for some reason. And when I put them on, that pretty much eliminated all that problem. Just SW Motec crash bar. Right here, SW Motec. I'm going to have to say, you should buy that for sure before you buy anything else. Because if you crash, lay down or anything, this sparkle is not cheap. I got them on both sides. Now, let's take a look at this, for instance. Okay, can you see the front? You see this side over here? This side right there. See how it's a little pushed in? And I'm going to tell you a little story about that here in a second. Worth their weight in gold, by far. Alright, that basically takes care of the front of my bike. Alright, in the back end, now you see these panniers, how they got dirt on them and looks like scratches? Well, like I said, the crash bars, I'm going to tell you a little story. And you see right here on this brush guard here, my hand brush guard. I'll tell you a little story here in a second. These panniers, hands down, if you do anything with your bike, you need some form of luggage rack or something, you know. Now, mine's my mess, but what I carry in mine is these little bendy straps, which is awesome. My safety glass case, just a few little tools, and I have the tool case in here. I got locks to lock this up, tick tracers, some receipts. It really needs to be cleaned out, but it's okay right now. I have a first aid kit. I believe you need a first aid kit on your bike. It has come in handy before. Hope I never have to use it again. Just some little scratches from riding. But inside this right here. Alright guys, so my first aid kit, I carry just a regular old first aid kit stuff. It's got bee stuff, bee swabs, Q-tips, all the bandage you can get in a first aid kit. First aid cream, cortisone, alcohol pads, ice packs, just regular band-aids. I carry this trauma pack here, guys. I believe that this is worth its weight in gold. It's good for anything. Say you're on the trail and you run into a stop, you get a stick in you and you're bleeding like crazy. Well, this, is pretty good. Stops bleeding fast, and I've never had to use it, thank God. But I will be getting more of these. This is the kit supply list that it comes with, as you can see in there. Now, I've never used one of these. I've seen it on YouTube, so I decided, it's just, to me, it's just easy to buy. I mean, it didn't cost very much, 14 bucks, I think, 15, something like that. All right, this is a condor bag that I carry it in. I'm going to get some patches for it. I don't have any right now, but I hope to plan on getting a couple here soon. And last but not least, I have about $30 in cash right there, because if you're on the trail, backwoods somewhere, and you are riding, and all you have is a check card, and they don't take check cards, well, you might be screwed if you're out of gas. So carry some cash with you. I put it in there because nobody's going to look, hopefully, in there. But now that I showed you, you might come rob me. That's okay. So that's what I basically keep in my luggage case. I put my trapping stuff in here a lot. I have some trapping stuff that I've made to put on my motorcycle, which is not on here now because I'm not trapping. And in here, same thing. These actually all lock up. They're all watertight. They've been through a lot of rain, so I know that they're good and waterproof. I chose the hard ones because of the simple fact that I wanted to make sure that, if I was in a wreck, I didn't rip the bag or whatever, lay down, as you see right here. All right, so what else have I done to this thing? I have put on the skid plate, which is right here, the steel skid plate. SW Motec again. Guys, that is a good thing to get because it comes with the plastic. Now, the plastic one that comes with it is very hard. At the same time, wouldn't you know that you got metal there? helping you out. All right, now let's get to the riding gear, because a lot of people don't use riding gear, and I think it's worth its weight in gold. I don't always wear my jacket, but if I go on a trail, if I go on a interstate especially, I always wear it. So let's go ahead and talk about that. All right, so I wear the Joe Rocket jacket, right here as you can see. Now, I tried them all on before I obviously got this thing. I believe it's a double XL. It comes with a like a liner that's good for winter, but not really. You still have to wear something underneath of it. It's got the back plate. It's got a tailbone plate here, basically, to cover you. It's got the shoulder pads in it and the elbow pads. I'm not exactly sure how much it costs. I want to say somewhere in the neighborhood of 300, maybe 250. I can't really remember. It's got the zippable air. When you're on interstate, you can zip them, and all the air goes through your jacket. And believe me, that's a godsend. And this is it right here. Okay, and it's got the face storage. And I have glasses in there right now, so yeah. Oh, that's sorry. It's a 3X. Now I could easily go to a 2X, no problem right now, since the weight I've lost. The gloves that I got are these D30 MSR gloves. Now these bastards were 50 bucks. I don't recommend these gloves because, geez, you could buy a pair of mechanics gloves with the same things for 25, 26 bucks. I will never buy these again. It was kind of like spur of the moment, like, oh, you need these, and I was just so happy to get this bike that I thought, okay, put them in there. So I got them. I paid $50 for them. Actually, I think I paid $41 because he gave me a deal because of the simple fact that I bought the bike and all this other stuff with it. And last but not least, my dome cap. This is a Scorpion cap. It came with the little visor to go over top, but I am not a big fan of that, only because I know it's kind of a dirt bike like out here, but I'm just not a big fan of that. Now, some days it's nice to have, but what I love about this helmet is, I'm going to go ahead and raise it up and show you. So, say you're riding along and you forget your sunglasses. Well, right on the side here, you can, there's a little button right here. It slides, and you just slide it, bam. And your sunglasses come down. Pretty awesome. And they go away. Now, don't make the same mistake I did. I will be carrying some Windex or something in my box from here on out, especially next year. Because I rode with the dirty windshield for a long time, and boy, it sucks. When you clean, it's like, whoa, that's pretty nice. And you know, you got the wind thing up here, so you can let the air in, so it doesn't fog you up, and the one on the top. Very good helmet. When I got this, it was brand new. They didn't even have, only a few spots in the country had this helmet right here, supposedly. And I had a special order. I know this was 270 bucks, but I got it for 240. So you can't put a price on your head. All right, so I have 3,288 miles on here. Supposedly you get, it's a 6.1 tank of gas that you put in here, and supposedly you get 50 miles at the gallon or so. I can, once I get to right at 200 miles to the tank, it's time to fill up. I could probably go another 60 maybe, but the riding that I do, I think that right there is pushing it. So now that I showed you the mileage on my motorcycle, did you see these tires? They are definitely ready to be changed. They're right there at the wear bar. So I will be in the market for some new tires here soon. Thanks to a viewer that commented, I'm going to get the tires that he recommended. Now the front tires, they look still pretty decent, but I'm going to go over and place them both at the same time. That way, it's a done deal. Alright, so my 1 season review of this motorcycle. Do I like it? Hell yes. Badass motorcycle, guys. I have no regrets of buying this whatsoever. None at all. I can't wait till next season I can ride it some more. I'm going to ride the piss out of it until it gets too cold to ride, obviously, but you know, I put 3,000 miles, over 3,000 miles on it, and I've had no issues. The issues that I had, which I put in my previous ones, was this surging. I fixed that with putting non-ethanol gas in. Solved the problem on that. And every 4 tankfuls, I put the ethanol cleaner in it. Even though I'm not using ethanol gas or non-ethanol gas, I just go ahead and I just put it in there anyway. So it cleans the carburetor out. It's still a tank of a bike. And now let's get back to where I said at the beginning of this video about me laying it down. So I've laid it down 4 times total with no real major damage. The last time, let's start with all that dirt you saw on my panniers. So I was taking a whiz just like this, literally, and the motorcycle was back here, and I was just whizzing away, quiet like it is now, and all heard bam! I was like, what? I looked around, my motorcycle was laying down. I parked on a rock, which apparently didn't know. The motorcycle was standing not straight up, but pretty close. Well, the rock, I guess, was teeter-tottering and gave way. The motorcycle went the other way. So I wasn't on at that time. Other time was I broke my cell phone case. So when I broke my cell phone case, I was going in the woods, and these deep ruts, man, they were like this. And I tried to stay out of the rut, so I stayed on, you know how the road goes, and there's a hump, and then it goes back down where the tires go. Well, I was staying in the top, and I went around the corner, and as soon as I went around the corner, the mud gave way, and I went right in that ditch. I went up, grabbed the accelerator, motorcycle went up, I went over, motorcycle went over, and the rest is history. I broke the case, I screwed up my mirror, and that's when I got those other mirrors. The other twos were just basically the first time when I was trying to grab my wallet out of my pocket, slipped out under the rocks and it fell down. So I've never been riding, thank God, knock on wood, and crashed or anything. I've just basically been laying it down. So thank God on that. So I mentioned about the gas, you know, having 6 gallons of gas in there. Usually when I fill up at the gas station, when it starts to sputter and I got to turn it into reserve, usually it's right at about 4.2 gallons because I've been watching. That's about I can go right at about 200, 220 max, and then it starts sputtering, and I'd flip it over. So is it 50 miles a gallon? Probably not. I think I added to be like 40 some, and that's still good. I mean, crap, you're only paying like 15 bucks to fill the whole thing up. So I recommend this bike, guys. This bike is a tank. I love it. I cannot wait to put new tires on it. I have a couple of questions for you, maybe 2. First thing is, I want to put something else on this bike. What do I want to put on it? Me. And some new boots. I need some riding boots because I'm going to do some harder riding next year, like on trails. I want a pair of boots that when I hit a rock, I don't feel it, or something that's good. But I want to be able to move around too. So if I got to pay a couple $100, I'm okay with that because, like I said, you can't put a price on your safety. So leave me a comment down below and tell me what's a good riding boot, okay? Also, I want to know if there is a better set of gloves that aren't 50 bucks but are good and good and strong. And I also want to know a rain suit. Right now I'm choosing the Frog Togs. I haven't had to ride with it on, thank God, because I'm afraid that, well, for very long anyway, I'm afraid that the wind will, you know, batter it and rip it. And so tell me a good rain suit, a good boot, and a new pair of gloves, guys. If you like what you see here, guys, like and subscribe. There'll be more coming on, more trail riding, and hopefully my buddy Ron and I will be taking a camper trip. We're going to collaborate together, do a little video, do a little camping, hopefully. And, yeah, congratulations on your bike, Ron. You done good getting this thing, I'm telling you. You will, I mean, you already said you love it, so it's pretty awesome. Guys, like and subscribe. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one.